I rode 21,000 miles over 27 states in 4.5 months. On my riding days, it was an average of 147 miles a day. I put a lot of thought into where I was going. I started in the northeast of the country, where it was going to be warm in the summer, and my overall target was to go down to the southwest of the country and arrive there in the autumn, when it was beyond the heat of the summer in the deserts, in the very best of the weather wherever I was at that time. It's a long story why I went on this trip. It goes back to when I was a small boy. At the age of 12, my father suddenly died, and that affected us both emotionally and financially. I could do something about the financial aspects of that. As early as I could, at the age of 16, I left school and went out to work to earn a wage to help support the family. That did mean, though, that I missed out on student life, I missed out on gap years, I missed out on that fun period of my life. What I did about that was I promised myself that as soon as I could, I would give myself some sort of an adventure holiday where I gave myself something back. This ride across America on my motorcycle was giving that back to me. I hate to say it, but I'm one of these born-again bikers. I rode bikes when I was a young man, but I had to give up my motorcycling in favour of more practical cars when I got married and had children. And then one day in much later life, I was in Chelsea early for a meeting and I had about half an hour to kill. I knew there was a Harley Davidson dealership there, and so I went to have a look at their motorcycles. As soon as I walked in, I thought, can I actually ride these large, gleaming, heavy motorcycles? So what did I do? I took one out for a test ride over 3 or 4 days. Except I took it back after just about an hour, because I walked back in and I said, I want one of these. I'd definitely fallen back in love with motorcycling again. So it was one Christmas I was really enjoying spending time with the family, and I wasn't looking forward to going back to work on a cold January morning. So I decided to do something about my longing for adventure, and I just went for it. I decided to retire and go on this adventure that I have wanted to do for so many years. It then took about 18 months to get out of the international projects I was working on, but I was able to use that time to do some of the planning for the trip that I wanted to do. I looked at books, I looked at maps, I looked at videos, I planned my route, I looked at the places that I really wanted to go to in America and started to form the structure of what it was I was going to do. I did the trip on my own Harley Davidson. It was really important to me to do it on my own bike. The journey was everything I thought it would be, and more. The places I saw, the people I meet, backstreet America on the back roads was just something that I had no experience of at all. We experience America through TV, through movies. The real America is nothing like that. It's so much better, it's so much more real and personal and beautiful. America is an amazing place that if you get to really travel and see it all, it just opens your eyes to what a fantastic continent and nation that is. I didn't plan to write a book from the very beginning. I planned and did write a blog in order to keep my family and friends informed of what I was doing, and that generated the idea through some of my readers who encouraged me to then turn that into a book. The idea for the book didn't actually come about until very near the end of the trip. The real big difference between the blog and the book was I had to improve my photography. The photos that were good enough for the blog were suddenly not good enough for the book, so I had to step up and improve my photography in order to get the quality right for the book. I spent a lot more time taking the photographs. I took more of them. I took more pictures of the same thing in order to pick the very best pictures, and then I was able to choose the very best of the pictures for the book. I wanted to record what I'd done so that I could remember it myself and that I could give it to my family and for future generations to think, who was that old man who once went on that motorcycle ride? The people who are going to enjoy reading this, those who are going through a life change themselves maybe, who want to do some sort of an adventure and move on into a different stage in their life. I think people who enjoy travel, people who enjoy America, and of course motorcyclists. I really want people to engage with the book. I want people to be able to let me know, if they want to, what they think of it. I want to encourage them through reading the book to see what can be done by an ordinary guy fulfilling a dream. In my case, it was riding a motorcycle across America, but it could encourage anybody to do a trip of their own, be that traveling across India, climbing a mountain. It could be as much for them as anybody. And if my book can help inspire that, then that will be great. I would say the three highlights of the journey were, number one, the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, the mother of all motorcycle rallies. 500,000 bikers there in 10 days, wild parties, an amazing scene of everything American in one place. Fantastic. Number two was Backroad America, seeing the real, true America, away from the cities, seeing what life and Americans are truly like. And thirdly, Monument Valley, probably the most beautiful place I've ever seen in the world, with the rock buttes sticking up in the air out of the red sand. It is a stunning place, and the real highlight, I saw it at sunset. Glorious! The journey has changed me, and it enables me to now feel as if I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish since I was about the age of 16. And that's given me a taste that I now want to do some more. My advice for anybody with their own lifelong dream is just go for it. You certainly won't regret it.